Good evening. Welcome to Conversations with the Candidates, brought to you by the League of Women Voters Education Fund and Houston Media Source. My name is Jeff Reichman, and today we're going to be talking to candidates from Harris County Department of Education Board of Trustees, Precinct 2 and Precinct 4. Just for a little bit of background about the Harris County Department of Education Board of Trustees, they act to establish policies governing the operation of the Harris County Department of Education. The board is composed of 7 elected trustees, whose responsibilities include holding regular public meetings and hiring the county superintendent as the chief executive officer. Their mission is to support Harris County by enriching educational opportunities and providing value through services. Some of their goals include to impact education by responding to the evolving needs of Harris County, to deliver value to Harris County by utilizing resources in an ethical, transparent, and fiscally responsible manner, to advocate for all learners by using innovative methods to maximize students' potential, to provide cost savings to school districts by leveraging tax dollars, and to recruit and maintain a high-quality professional staff. Some of the examples of the Harris County Department of Education programs include adult education programs, after-school programs, writing and art awards programs, educator certification and professional development programs, school safety initiatives, Head Start programs, management of the Texas Virtual School Network, and school-based therapy services. So we're very excited to talk to these candidates today, and just so you know, the last day to register for the upcoming election is October 11th. You can learn more about the candidates and this election at the League of Women Voters of the Houston area website at lwvhouston.org, as well as vote411.org. We're here with Sherrie Matula, who is running for Precinct 2, Harris County Department of Education. Sherrie has dedicated her career to improving the quality of public education. She has been an educator, consultant, and mentor in 14 school districts in Harris and Galveston County. Sherrie is a past president of Galveston County Education District and is a former board member of Clear Creek ISD and Texas State Teacher Association. She brings a wealth of expertise to the school trustee position. Welcome, Sherrie.
Thank you.
And I just wanted to note for the record that we invited all candidates running for these positions to attend and answer these questions, and the candidates who showed up are the ones who accepted our invitation. So let's just jump right into it. What unique skills do you offer as a candidate for the Board of Trustees?
Coming from having served as the Clear Creek ISD school board trustee, gave me a real opportunity to look at how a school district works and what happens from start to finish with policies and finance, and I became an expert on school finance. Not that I wanted to, but I did. So that was part of the basis of it. The other part, of course, was actually being in the classroom for 25 years. I've taught both in Pasadena and in Clear Creek, and then I've had a chance to a very unique opportunity to serve as an educational consultant. What I've done for the last 10 years is I have gone into and had the opportunity to work with low-performing schools in science and math and have retooled them and gotten them to the point where they can work, and I love working with the children. I've also had the chance through Texas Regional Collaborative to work with what is a special mentoring program for first and second year STEM teachers. And within that, we are trying to keep them within the process. In other words, to make sure they're retained and that we can keep them working. And this was a special collaborative that only lasted for 3 years because the state funding dried up.
Interesting. So if elected, what are the top 3 things that you'd like to accomplish as a member of the Board of Trustees?
To give a perspective, a very unique perspective from the classroom, and to really enhance the understanding of the rest of the board members on what happens within the classroom, because they have the 4 schools that they operate along with all the adult education, professional development from a teacher's point of view. The other is to really talk about the needs of the students all across Harris County, because I have been in so many schools and in numerous school districts to really help them understand better about the unique needs of each one of the school districts that they service, and to understand what the students and the different needs of the students in each one of these school districts.
Harris County Education Department has a number of different programs in which it's involved. What programs do you think are the most important, and why?
There are 3. The first is, and I have a specialized understanding of early childhood, and I have twin granddaughters who are 4.5 years old right now, so it's kind of interesting. I have really been interested in their early childhood and Head Start years and years ago, and this is something that most people don't know. When I was graduating from the University of Houston, I was involved in a special study that was done by one of the professors where I was looking at the daycare and preschool facilities that were all across Harris County, and I had the opportunity to go in and interview parents and interview the people who perform the certain services, and one of the unique opportunities was to go into and interview Head Start programs in 2 different areas. And I think that started my whole positively, absolutely outstanding services that are provided within the Head Start. There are 16 Head Start programs that the Harris County Department of Education administer. But the other one that nobody talks about too much has to do with what's called CASE. It's the Center for After School, okay, and summer programs and enrichment programs. And this is one of the areas that services not only school districts, but it services a lot of other. We have Ormond Bayou Nature Center that's out with us, and they do some summer programs. And the Harris County Department of Education actually supports their summer programs out there. So there's a lot of things. The City of Houston that has their new initiative having to do with enrichment and after school has gone into a partnership with Harris County Department of Ed to do an expansion on that and to really service the children after school in the program. So
That's fantastic. So if elected, what is one thing that you would like to see change about the Harris County Department of Education or its programming?
mentoring.
Okay.
Having done the mentoring for 3 years or having worked in the mentoring, one of the things that I've seen across school districts is there is a real deficiency in being able to work with and having outstanding mentoring programs across school districts. And it's nothing other than they just are doing so many things that it's very difficult to do that. Some school districts do have very good mentoring program, others do not have any at all. And I think the Harris County Department of Ed could really look into working and assisting school districts with their expertise to develop these mentoring programs, especially for the 1st and 2nd year teachers that need that. So I think that that would be something, and I have spoken to several board members about this and said this is a much needed service that the Harris County Department of Ed could provide.
That's fantastic. So Harris County is a very large and very diverse county with a wide range of educational challenges from Head Start all the way through adult education.
Right.
How should the Department of Education balance these competing demands on its resources?
That's a good question. Right now, I would say to put the money where it can be the most effective. And to be very honest, you receive much more benefit when you start early in the process. And that's where their focus has been too, because for every dollar that you spend on the first beginning levels with the preschool and with the Head Start programs, the more you will realize on your investment. That's been a proven data fact forever and ever and ever. And if we combine that with doing more with the after-school programs and working in the elementary and middle school with these after-school programs and enrichment, then your investment will show much more for it. It's wonderful to address it on the other end with the adult, but at the same time, the investment does not show up as nearly as much.
That's interesting. You had alluded to this earlier in a previous answer about mentoring, but how do you see the Department of Education's role vis-a-vis the many school districts in Harris County? How should they be working together?
It would, if you're talking about the mentoring, it would basically be the program could be developed. You would have, just as they do the therapy services. The therapy services, they have a whole cadre of therapists that can provide all these different services. Well, you could set up something the same way with the mentoring. And you have it set up, and then the districts, whichever districts want to, then they could actually access the mentoring programs as they need them and what they need for. And when the Texas Regional Collaborative did it, they focused on the STEM because that was the area that they had the most need and that the teachers were leaving because they actually had certifications. Their bachelor's degree was in the engineer, it was in the mathematics or the different IT. It could be anything within the STEM. And what was happening was after 2 or 3 years, they were very discouraged and decided to go back into whatever field that they had gotten their degree in. So
it's interesting. What other ways do you see the Department of Education working with the school districts?
There's expansion more on the professional development beyond what I had talked about with the mentoring, and really going to the teachers themselves in the schools and surveying the teachers on what they feel are the needs. Many times in the professional development, we are given the opportunities, but they have never consulted us. And that would be one area that I think it would really benefit if they would survey the teachers in each one of the school districts and then make it something that was relevant to them and that they needed in the classroom.
That's excellent. And I know that we had kind of addressed this a little bit earlier, but I'd love to learn more about, when we're talking about educator professional development in particular, what kinds of programs do you believe the Department of Education should be promoting and investing in to better equip our Harris County teachers?
Probably the ones that have to do with the lesson planning to make it more relevant. Classroom management is always very important, and I know they have ones on classroom management. But the ones having to do with how you actually disseminate, given the curriculum, and how you go about really tailoring it, and at the same time, rather than getting away from teaching to a test, because we have so many requirements, doing such an effective job with the curriculum that it wouldn't matter what test was thrown at the students, they had the foundation and the ability to react to any of them in whatever way. And if there is some way, that's one of the things that I work with the teachers a lot on. And the other is the alignment of curriculum, where across a school, let's say that you're teaching subtraction in an elementary school, all different kinds of subtraction. So the teachers are working and aligning from the kindergarten level all the way up to 5th grade in an elementary school, so that the students are getting an alignment, so they're getting a progression that lays the foundation and works. And if a school can do that, then they have conquered what needs to be done as far as the education for those children. And if the Harris County Department of Education could really put in, they're called professional learning communities, and if they set those up and work on alignment of instruction, you would not believe the effect that that has on any kind of measurement or data to really help the students understand better what they are learning.
And that's an excellent segue into our next question, which is about technology. It's definitely a challenge for a large county with numerous school districts. What should the Department of Education's role be in promoting, supplementing, or otherwise assisting with education technologies for Harris County schools?
Well, I really like what they do with the Texas Virtual School Network, and that is they have the expertise and ability to provide the platform by which the school districts can then disseminate their technology out to the whoever needs them within their own school district. Plus, they also can serve as a platform for anything that's coming out of Texas Education Agency, anything that's coming out of any of the other, say, region service centers, because you have 20 across the state, that where, let's say at one region service center, if you have some kind of instruction that's going on that's absolutely outstanding, and they could match it up with another school district in another area that had the same type of student population, same type of needs, and Harris County Department of Education does now and can expand what they are doing to provide the platform to allow this communication, to allow this instruction, like I said, the professional learning communities to be set up across the state to do that.
That's great. So we do have a few minutes left. If you'd like to take this time to address the voters directly and tell them why they should vote for you for Precinct 2, Harris County Department of Education.
Thank you. My name is Sherrie Matula. I bring with me a wealth of 35 years of experience working with children across Harris County and in Galveston County, and I see the needs. I'm in the classroom almost every day, and I believe that the school districts across Harris County and other counties, even though they have to provide more for the services, really do need this Harris County Department of Education to supplement. No school district can provide all of the services that are needed, and when we can all collaboratively work together to make the school environment for the child the optimum that it can be, then I believe we have done what we need to do. And I have the expertise, I have the background, I have the skills, and I have the knowledge to be able to do this. And I want the opportunity to serve. I want the opportunity to bring my years of experience into this process and be able to enhance every single day that these children that we have and we love to be able to get the best that they can out of their education.